Good evening, everyone. The 19th annual No Camenon Ski Marathon had plenty of changes thanks to lack of snow earlier this month. The 50-kilometer race was reduced to just 31 kilometers, or about 18 miles, and the start wasn't even in Ishpeming, but at County Road 510 in Marquette County. The No Camenon had 5 classic waves and 5 freestyle waves for the 31-kilometer contest and 4 waves each for the slightly shorter classic and freestyle races of 23 kilometers. Conditions were very good. Occasionally the wind would intensify, and choosing the right wax was still key, especially for the freestylers. The real fun began several kilometers into the course. It was easy to see the layout changes. Skiers would have to loop back through sections, make a very tight U-turn assisted by the no-key nymphs, and yes, there were even two-way traffic in some cases. Kyle Bratrud of Marquette, Michigan would capture the men's classic at a time of 1 hour, 31 minutes and 35.2 seconds, just 1 second faster than Chris Papathopoulos. On the women's side, the winner was Isabel Howden of Ontario, Canada at 1 hour, 44 minutes, 38.6 seconds.
I have no complaints since I live here and I have to ski here every day. I'm happy to see that we're getting snow, especially after the warm last few weeks, but it made racing at the front a little bit of a slog. We were definitely plowing the trail once we got past some of the touring guys.
I loved it. It was cool because all the men leaders were ahead, right? So we were following in their tracks and they were weaving from side to side. So it was sort of fun, like always following their tracks to find the best line.
NMU Nordic skiing senior Frederick Schwenke finished 3rd overall in the men's classic, and former NMU Wildcat Felicia Gisor finished 2nd for the women. GLIAC basketball, how about Ferris State coach Kendra Foston isn't happy that her team had 20 turnovers against Michigan Tech, and one of those miscues preceded this Morgan Anderson three-pointer in the first quarter. It was 10-4 Huskies. Anderson had 18 points and 9 assists. Kim Cameron's Huskies were clicking in the opening 8 minutes. How about Elizabeth Kelleher had 6 blocks to go along with 16 points and 4 rebounds. This rejection started a mini break. Anderson to Lindsay Winter. She sprints towards the basket and scoops in the layup. She had 11 points. It was 12-4 Tech. The Huskies prevailed in this one 70-56 and visit NMU Monday night, a game you can see on our sister station Fox UP at 6 o'clock. And how about the Northern Michigan Wildcats? They were in action in the Berry against the Lakers of Grand Valley. Out of the gates, Darby Youngstrom finds Jessica Schultz for the layup. NMU, they were up 28-25. Then it'd be Youngstrom who grabs another assist on this pass to Sydney Dillinger, who drives the lane with authority and gets that layup to fall as 31-27 Cats. Into the fourth quarter, Cats find themselves down by 3. Bree Gasevich finds Taylor Hodell. She will dominate the paint on this layup. Hodell finished with 12 points, 50-49 Lakers. But the Cats had to end up clawing back. Hodell to Tess Weatherly. She knocks down the triple and she's fouled. Weatherly converts. The Cats lead 53-50. Unfortunately for NMU, late in the game, Bree Gasevich would foul out and open a window for Piper Tucker of Grand Valley to hit a pair of free throws, and Lakers got the ball back due to a flagrant foul. Grand Valley gets the win 56-53. We head back to the SDC for the men's game. Huskies trailed 40-28 starting the second half, and the Bulldogs worked the inside game. Peter Furlick to Zach Hankins for the two-hand jam. The sophomore from Charlevoix had 10 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks, and altered another half a dozen Tech attempts at least. The Bulldogs had trouble with Kyle Monroe, though. Inside, it took 2 tries before he scores. Here, the Huskies took a 64-63 advantage. Monroe poured in 23 points. The teams took turns with the lead. Superior Central's Jordan Chartier drops a triple. He was 7-9 from three-point land, 29 points, but the Bulldogs' Quentin Ruff came back with a 3 of his own. It was 74-71 Bulldogs. Ferris had a 1-point lead with less than 10 seconds to go. Drew Cushingberry would brick a free throw, and the Huskies have a chance as Chartier would give up to Tommy Luca, who goes half court to back to Chartier, but the pass was anticipated and intercepted by Peter Furlick. Ferris State holds on to first place in GLIAC North with a 77-76 win. We head back to Marquette for the Northern Michigan Wildcats and the Lakers of Grand Valley. In men's basketball, the Cats trailed by 2 at the half. They would tie it at the start of the second on this Isaiah Johnson pass to Jordan Perez for a layup. Then it would be Isaiah Johnson who takes the lead back for the Cats as he drives the lane. Unfortunately for the Cats, though, they fall 79-56. We jump to the scoreboards. Pickford tops Newberry in girls basketball. In boys basketball, Escanaba falls to Sault Ste. Marie. College basketball, Dakota Tech gets a win over Go Gibbick, and the Pistons fall to the Heat, while the Bucks fall to the Celtics. Also in college hoops action, Finlandia entertained St. Scholastica. How about late fourth quarter? Finlandia women trail by 5. Michaela Hakala to Dollar Bay's Juliet Davatilla for the layup. Lions within 77-74. Davatilla had 20 points. However, Finlandia falls in this one 86-79. Over to the men's game, as the men were trying to make it 2 wins in 2 days. First half, Marcus Gerald to Brandon Robinson, breaking his defender's ankles here for the long 2. It was 4-2 Saints in front. Saints go on to win this one 94-87. And we jump to the final day for the 52-team Michigan Public School Hockey Showcase in downstate Chelsea. Marquette Redmen were trying for their 3rd straight win with a matchup against the East Grand Rapids Pioneers. Marquette's trailed 1-0 early. Rory O'Connor digs that one loose and jammed it in. That tied the game at 1-1. However, Grand Rapids goes on to win this one by a final score of 4-2. And of course, for more sports scores and highlights, you can visit us online at uppermichigansource.com.